Hello, everyone. I am Jeanette, one of the two fabulous co-founders of the Gratitude and Appreciation Summits, and it is Thursday, and that means it's Thankful Thursday Reflections.
Yay! So good to see you tonight, Jeanette. I'm Kathy Fester, and I'm also the co-founder of the Gratitude Appreciation Summit International. And we are so excited to have a special guest that we just met. Yes,
I feel like I've known him forever, though.
I know, but we just met him. He is being so gracious in hosting us, we'll call it that, hosting us in his studio, Mr. Leighton Robinson, and he goes short with Robbie, who's originally from Jamaica. And as we were looking at your space, Robbie, you were telling us a lot about your story, your background story. So we are thrilled to have you here tonight, Robbie. So welcome.
So good to be here. Thanks for having me. And of course, you ladies are so amazing. I'm so happy we've met and working together.
Yes. No, it's a great partnership.
So I detect a small accent. So where is Robbie from originally?
I'm from Jamaica, Kingston, Jamaica, born, raised in Jamaica. I've been in Canada about 10 years now, but every so often I go back to Jamaica, and each time I go, I'm deep back in the culture, the accent come back, everything comes back. Like I've never left.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. So you came to Canada and you were sharing some of your background. Why don't you share about how your gratitude towards being Canadian now and living in this wonderful country of ours, some of the story that you shared with us. How does that look?
All right. Growing up in Kingston, Jamaica, for me, I grew up in an inner city community, which means that life for me was a struggling in just about every ways. Now, one of the things that happened for me is education. I got educated because I was looking for a vehicle, a way out of the environment, out of poverty, out of the community. And the only way I had was go to school and make sure I learned, which I did. No, what that did for me, it opens doors such as Canada, right? Now, I did my engineering studies there. I migrated to Canada because of that to work in the automotive industry. Now, and as a result, doors have been opening for me. It is wonderful to live into a country like Canada, a land of opportunity, an opportunity for you to be your best self. And it's one of the best things that happened to me. Now, one of the things that I want to do with this opportunity, for my journey to where I'm at, I've learned, I realize what's work, what doesn't work. And what I want to do, I want to become a motivational speaker. That is what I've been doing these days, because I want to help others who have been in similar situation like myself, growing up in situations where it looked like there are not opportunities, there are no hope. And when those two things are missing, the next thing is for you feel like you want to give up, right? No, what I want to do is I want to help people who are struggling, who are thinking of giving up, to say, don't give up. Don't give up. Here are some tools, here are some resources, here are some ways of thinking and acting that can change your situation, change your life into what you want it to be. Because I've traveled that path. And as a result, I can use my example, my experience to guide others. And that's what I want to do.
What a way to give back. What a way to give back to Canada. That anybody that comes through your door and you to be able to be a teacher to them, what a beautiful give back that you're giving back to Canada, Robbie. That story, and to be able to help others. To me, that's appreciation at its core. Right
Mhm.
there is knowing what I have, what I've been through, and freely giving your skills out. And that's not to say you don't charge for your school, but understanding, okay, I've got this. Now, how can I best use it to the betterment of society and to the community? So that's the highest form of appreciation that you've got there, Robbie.
Can I share one more story with you?
Oh, absolutely.
Awesome. Growing up in Jamaica, my parents never had it. And you know, we struggled for meals. And I went to school every day, many times without bus fare or lunch. But I went because I see the importance of it. And you know what happened? Every day that I went to school, I beg. I beg. I beg people lunch. I beg people
Mm.
transportation. There was a lady in university who was an administrator. She took me on as her son, and every day she gave me lunch. She said, find a way to get to school and I will give you lunch. And she
Oh,
did.
wow.
And it did. And I used to beg. I beg a lot. And here's the thing, not everyone gave me. There are people who, can I say, embarrassed, insulted me, but there were people who helped. And because of that, I am where I am today. And as a result, I tell myself that if I can help anyone, help them, because it will change their life. You know, sometimes that's all people want, just some help.
Exactly.
How simple,
And
how
that's
small.
really where we came up with our whole gas events too, is that we've got this wealth of life experience that where we affect people on a daily basis in positive ways. And how can we give back? That's our responsibility as a society, is giving back,
Yes,
not taking, but giving back, because you
yes,
just don't know what kind of an effect you're going to have on someone's life.
yeah,
And it may not turn up until years later, but you go back, and I'm sure you do, you go back and thank that lady over and over and over again in your heart, saying, man, if I hadn't had those meals, I'm not sure where I'd be today, right?
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I talk about her every opportunity I get.
Yeah.
You
No,
know,
it's a beautiful story, Robbie. Just beautiful.
I often
it
say
is.
when we give, we're
Mhm.
making space. So if we hang on to everything, then we're not making space. So if we
Right.
give to create space, that allows somebody else to come and fill us up.
Yeah.
So we
Because
have
that space will fill up and start
yep,
bulging, and there's
yep,
no more room. Right. Yeah.
yep.
I love that, Jeanette. I absolutely love that. Yeah.
I
No,
love
that's
it.
great. So thank you for joining us tonight, Robbie. Really, really such a pleasure. Can't wait for October 1st and 2nd. Um, he, we are excited about what's coming up. Check out our website for updates. It's being done daily now. You'll see an idea of the speakers and so forth. And let's help make this world a better place. So the channel, or the challenge, not channel, the challenge for this week is, who can you reach out and help change their lives? Is there somebody that needs a meal, that needs a little pat on the back saying, great job? Who can you touch this
Yeah.
week to make their lives better? That's the challenge of the week. So thank you so much for joining us, Robbie. And we have a tradition. Jeanette, do you want to take the
Well,
lead
before
on
we
that?
get to our tradition, I feel it's necessary to give a little shout out to Fatima. You know what who Fatima is out there, and without you connecting us to Robbie, we're grateful for you too tonight. So
Yes,
Absolutely.
with that,
yes.
let's put our hands together. We're warming them up. Half a heart, half a heart. And we pump it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Kindness out to
Kindness
the
out to the world, everybody.
world.
Thank you very much. And we'll see you next week
Love
on
it.
Thankful Thursday.
Love
Bye
it.
for
Thank
now.
you.
Bye.